All right, you guys, so today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil 9 and everything that I've loved about it so far. I think the game is a 9.5 out of 10. I even wanted to rate it a 10 all the way across the board just because it's hitting home every single mark of horror that I like. This scene right here when Grace runs into this cop for the first time when he's getting infected, absolutely fucking breathtaking. I thought it was horrifying. The visuals, the way he looked, the way he transitioned into a zombie, fucking fantastic. I think what Capcom did with this game is special. I like how they give you the juxtaposition with what you do as Grace and Leon. Grace's playthrough is a little bit more tight-cornered. I'm going for this first-person play style because I just like to be really immersed into the atmosphere. And I feel in this first-person playthrough, it's fucking daunting. I'm never really sure what's going to pop around the corners. I am always a little nervous to open doors because Grace is small. She can't really fight things off like Leon can. It seems like ammo has been a little bit light for me in my playthrough, other than when I'm playing Leon and I'm fucking just bashing zombies' heads in and, you know, chainsawing them up. But Grace's playthrough has been very, very, very enjoyable for me to do. I've loved every second of it. I'm about 4.5, 5 hours into the game now, so I can only speak for that, but I really think this might end up being my favorite out of the whole Resident Evil series, which is kind of crazy to say because when it comes to Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Biohazard, those are three of my absolute favorite games, but I think Capcom took a bunch of the best qualities of those three games and they blended them together and it came out to be Resident Evil Requiem. I had very high expectations for this game and it so far has exceeded all of them, which is crazy to say because usually I'm let down by games, but this game keeps on fucking giving. Well worth the money I spent on the deluxe edition. I really like the stalker character they have right here called the Girl, or I guess that's what we as RE fans have titled her ourselves. I think she is fucking horrifying. She's tall as fuck. I'm sure she has bad breath. She chases you in the dark until you hit the light, but she's a very memorable character. Like this first part with Mr. X, when he pops up, that shit was fucking horrifying. And I was like, God damn it. Now I gotta run from this big beefy motherfucker. Where's he gonna pop up next? And certain things like that really stick with me. And another one right here when we're talking about things that are memorable. Jack Baker, that shit, no. The first time I ever played Resident Evil 7, I kind of had to put it away for a sec. I was like, I don't know if I can get through this game. You're running from fucking Jack when he's just bashing through walls and taunting you, and it's horrifying. I didn't like any second of it. I remember that. That is one of those things that I'll remember for an eternity. And another one right here when Margit is just fucking popping through that goddamn window. Absolutely horrifying. And what I think Resident Evil is doing good, or Capcom I should say, is they're making things memorable. I can't tell you how many games I've played where I just kind of forget what I just went through. When I get to the end of the game, I think back to the beginning of the game, the first few hours, I'm like, damn, I kind of forgot a lot of different things, but there's certain parts in these Resident Evil games that have sat with me for a very, very, very long time. Thinking about Resident Evil 4 when you first pop into that village and you're running through on that timer, it's just things like that Capcom has done really well. I can't say anything but good things about this game, and I haven't seen anybody say really anything bad about this game. I think it's been thoroughly enjoyed by every single person I've seen talk about it, every single video I've watched. Everybody seems to be rating it a 9.5 to a 10. It's got almost 90 or above from Metacritic on PS5, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. That's fucking phenomenal, okay? A lot of games in 2026, they don't do that. And I know the year just started, but that means everybody is enjoying this game, except for a few, but there's always going to be those haters out there who find something about a good thing that they don't like. When everybody else likes it, they're just gonna hate it just because. But not Resident Evil 9. If I hear anybody talking bad about this game, I might pull up on them. Have to smack them up a little bit. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, the game is fucking awesome. I am really excited with what Capcom has done with it. I know I just keep sounding like a broken record talking about how good the game is, but I'm dead serious. I really think this is going to go down as the best game in the Resident Evil series, which again is just crazy to say because they have so many fucking good games out there. But they really hit the nail on the head with Resident Evil Requiem, and I think it's because you do, like I said, get that juxtaposition from Leon's character being pretty much guns a-blazing, combat based, and then it switches over to Grace, which puts you back into more of like a helpless role, and you just have to kind of creep around the corners and let the immersion really come to play. I think that ultimately has set this game apart from others, because when I played Resident Evil 2, it almost felt both plays as Claire and Leon felt very similar in a sense, as they kind of were doing the same things, you know. Certain things were a little bit different, but the play style was very similar. Claire was a fucking Billy Badass just like Leon, so that didn't have much switch. I don't know. I think Capcom is gonna have to really work hard to make their next Resident Evil even better, but again, like I said, I'm only 4.5, 5 hours into the game, so I don't even know if it's gonna leave off with a cliffhanger to where there could be another one. Leon is I think he's about 51 in this game, so he's a little beaten and battered, and I see he's a little sick in this game, so I'm nervous. Leon better not go nowhere. If he does, I might cry a bit, but I'm sure I won't be the only one crying. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what the rest of this game has to offer, and I know if there's anybody else who's been listening and watching this video, you are also excited to see what has yet to come. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about the game so far, and let me know what other things you think I should cover. I've really enjoyed this new style. I've never done a video like this before, but I'm enjoying it. I love talking about things that I love, and I love Resident Evil, so definitely think I'm going to do more of this. Check out my full playthroughs out on my channel right now. I have a part 1, about to post a part 2 and part 3, all the way until we get to the end of the game. So yeah, I appreciate y'all being here, and if you've made it this far, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all next time. Much love. Peace.